Today we are discussing travel and how to stay on track with your wellness goals. So there's two sides of the equation here. We have the nutrition and we have the exercise. Sleep, hopefully you are catching up on sleep and you're so relaxed during your trip that you are sleeping well. Typically we're outside more, we're moving more, so you're feeling good there. And in terms of the nutrition side of things, I really want you having more flexibility while you're on this trip. We don't get to travel frequently, most of us, so when you are traveling, you should allow yourself that grace to really enjoy some of those foods you don't typically have on a daily basis because they're not on plan, and but not completely go off track. And then on the exercise side, you should stay very active as you are traveling, but you do not have to abide by any specific regimented approach and make it to the gym and find a gym and bring all your equipment. That's not what travel should be about, at least in my opinion. And if you're not allowing yourself some of a mental break and physical break throughout that year, you will get to a place where you reach a plateau and you just feel like you want to throw in the towel with everything because you are burnt out completely. So remember that when you are taking your trip and you might have those guilty feelings creeping in, push that guilt away and remind yourself, I'm doing this because I want my balance and I really want to be able to stay in this world of wellness and pretty much stay on track and maintain it forever. And so in order to do that, you have to think big picture. So when you're traveling, when it comes to the nutrition side of things, I really want you to stick with consolidating your meals. So not grazing throughout the day because that's going to trigger that craving for more and more and more. It's not good for blood sugar. It's not good for gut health. And really, when you get back, it's going to be that much more difficult to not graze. So consolidating the meals, 3, no more than 4 times you're putting something in your mouth per day. And a lot of times that's easier on vacation, quite frankly. And then when it comes to alcohol, allow yourself to enjoy in a little bit more of the extra drinks if you want to, but really be very aware of what you're putting in your body. So try to stick with the liquors, the clear liquors, and the 0-calorie or low sugar mixers. And you can also do wine and, be smart about your choices, because if you're going all in and you're getting the Kahlua mudslides and you're having the strawberry daiquiris and the pina coladas that are loaded with sugar, then you're having that. And then if you want to enjoy yourself with some desserts here and there and you're not doing as much movement, it can really make you feel like a pile of poo when you get back. So you also want to be very aware of being strategic about what you're doing. You shouldn't go all in with all the things. You shouldn't be overeating in addition to extra sugar, in addition to a lot more alcohol, in addition to no movement. You really want to try to move your body throughout. Doesn't have to be organized exercise, and I will supply you with a travel document, if you will, that is body weight and band only options if you do want to choose that option. But in my opinion, you just stick with swimming and biking and walking and jogging. That way you can be with your family and your friends. You're not missing out because you're in the gym. You're not having to drag all the equipment with you or find the equipment. And you can just make this part of your trip. And that way you're able to really keep your body and the engine revved up, and then maybe walk to dinner. And then when you get there, you can sip on your cocktail, you can have your dinner. Try to be very much in a planning mindset. So if you're going to do dessert at the end of dinner, then try to make your dinner a little healthier and lower carb. That way we're prepping our body, and then we have our protein, our fiber, our healthy fat. Then we can enjoy an ice cream sundae and then walk home. That would be ideal. And if you don't want to walk, that's fine. But again, you don't want to go all in and say, okay, for lunch, I'm going to be drinking alcohol and I'm just going to eat pizza for lunch. And then for dinner, I'm going to go out and have French fries and pasta. And then I'm going to load up on dessert. and just be sedentary, because then again, when you come back, it's going to be that much more difficult to get back in the swing of things. So enjoy yourself. But when I travel, I try my best to choose one thing. Today is the day I'm going to drink alcohol, and I am not going to worry about how many drinks I'm going to have, but I'm going to stay on task with my nutrition. The next day I might choose, okay, today I'm going to do dessert. This is going to be my day for dessert. And then I'm going to be really on track with everything else. And if I do alcohol, maybe it's one drink. But honestly, I'm trying to get more away from alcohol, and I suggest you do the same. So in my opinion, I have shared on social media many times the Serenity gummies. I highly suggest these gummies, especially if you're trying to have a good time on vacation. You're trying to chill, relax, but you don't want to feel like junk. You don't want all the extra calories. This is going to be a little gummy, and I usually take 2 to 3. If I'm on vacation, I usually take about 3. And it has CBD, ashwagandha, and there is a micro dose of THC. So it's not for everyone, but it is a way that you can just calm yourself. And, you might be able to have just one drink. And instead of having 3 to 4 like you typically would have, you take 2 gummies and 1 cocktail, and you are good to go. So yes, be very, very strategic in your planning. Stay consistent with your movement. And then in the next video, we're going to go back through how to recover from your trip and somewhat detox your body and get back on track. See you in the next video.